Welcome, episode 44 of the Slab podcast, the special Thanksgiving episode. How you doing, Professor Oak?
I tried to do a whoop whoop and it didn't come out because of my sore throat. I don't know if you heard that attempt.
I didn't hear it at all.
Nothing came out.
Jesus. And that's the show. You guys have a good night now.
Oh, God. Sorry. Guys, I'm a little bit sick. I'm getting through it. I'm trying to push through. I didn't want to miss 2 weeks in a row. But hi, Josh. I'm excited to be here with you. Thanksgiving this week. I hope all of you you'll be seeing this on Wednesday, and I hope you'll have a lovely meal tomorrow with family, friends, whoever it is that you're celebrating with. Even if by yourself, I hope it's the best Thanksgiving yet. So, yeah, good shout out there.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, spending some time with the family. Yeah, thanks again, Java Kuma, for filling in last week. As my voice probably doesn't even sound the same. We're both still coming out of it, so it's one of those years. It's going to be we're in the thick of the flu season, right? So
yeah, thankfully Java seemed incredibly healthy and happy and raring to go, and he did a fantastic job. So yeah, thank you from me too, from both of us. Really appreciate it. You saved our skin, keeping the train running whilst I was shaking in fevers. I was pretty rough that night, so thank you. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Let's jump into Java's spicy topic because the dude knocked it out of the park last week.
Heck yeah.
Oh, no, wait. Sorry. Was it Mason? One second. Did I copy the wrong one? No, it is Java. 1 second. I copied the old one. Java definitely won. Hold the phone. And we're back. All right. So yes, Java was the comment winner. He said people emotionally attached to their purchases, and that is why debates in this space are rarely productive. I'll take this first because I got to hear him say it live, and I had him say it twice because there's a lot of big ass words in there. I was like, damn, that's a lot of big words. People emotionally attached to their purchases, and that is why debates in this space are really productive. So basically, as soon as you sit on the side of the fence, you're like hunkered down is kind of what he's saying here. I don't know though. Speaking from myself, I feel like I am pretty fluent in speaking both sides pretty good. I would love to have a debate like a PSA versus CDC debate or something like that would be really interesting now to sit down with somebody and actually have a debate because I feel like I haven't seen a really good debate. I've seen a bunch of like children bitching at each other, but an actual sit-down debate, no moderator, but actually sitting down and having a really good discussion. I feel like I haven't seen one of those in a long time. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I think the tricky part with this one for me is Java's mentioning people emotionally attaching to their purchases. And I think a lot of what we see when we see debates, especially in like Discord and YouTube, like that's the main part of places I'm at. A lot of it is people that are sellers, not purchasers. And they grade with whatever company and are more like you, willing to do that. And the attachment to the purchases is like almost like a separate thing. So it is a tricky one to kind of unpack. But I think it's he's calling to bias, obviously, like whichever it is you like or whatever, that kind of stuff. Even people that will defend Unigaba Pikachu artworks, they love it, and they love it because they love the artwork or whatever. And probably difficult to debate whether that's a good or bad card if you like it, right? And if you just bought that because you liked it, like it's going to be hard for you to debate why it's a bad purchase.
Yeah,
people don't like being wrong. And I think opening up and being vulnerable isn't something that naturally comes to a lot of people. Like it takes intentional effort, but yeah, I don't think it makes people very comfortable. It's kind of out of the comfort zone and attachment to a purchase. Like, yeah, I mean, I've got stuff that I would say I'm attached to, but I wouldn't say that like it's something I can't debate. Like I'd be happy to debate in. But I'm also not like crazy attached to most stuff
Yeah.
as a purchaser. So I don't know. I mean, I think those comics up there are pretty cool, but like I want to say I'm really emotionally attached to them. I buy stuff that I think is cool. I've got like a pretty naive like 5-year-old intention when it comes to this hobby. Like I'm a little kid, you know. I just like kind of buy what it is. But there's some people that will spend money buying a Moonbreon, you know, in a 10th grade, and clearly they're never going to be able to debate whether what's good and bad about that card 100% accurately because there's some bias there. They have money and skin in the game. Yeah, pretty solid, spicy comment there for sure.
Yeah, no, that was a good one, and yeah, I can see what he's saying. Like people, like I said, will hunker down and sit on their side of the fence, and I've definitely seen it. So,
it's kind of fun sometimes, though. Like people kind of like watching that and hear it because then you're really going to hear that passionate side and that passionate side. And honestly, I think it can sometimes be good for debates because the one side may learn from the other almost. You know,
they're in the trenches. Yeah. Yep. Good comment. Good comment. Thanks again, Java, for swinging in and taking care of Oak. Next week's spicy comment. I'll let you send it.
I think Scarlet and Violet's going to be a better generation. Than Sword and Shield.
Better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My God.
Sword and Shield didn't have the greatest start, so I'm just gonna throw that out there too. But yeah, let's move on. Let's go.
There's a lot of years to go, right? A lot of time. Yeah, if you're not using a Delta American Express credit card as your credit card, you, sir, are dusted.
I'm dusted for sure.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. What's going on? What are you eating?
Man, what ain't I eating? It's a shorter list. Literally, it's the shorter list. Not a stuffing guy. Cranberry crap shit. I'm not about it. Give me the meat and the potatoes and the pies and pretty much everything besides stuffing. Casseroles that ain't my bag usually. Like green bean casserole bullshit. No. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, you speaking my love language. It's the meats, right? It's the turkey and whatever other kind of meats.
Stargazy pie. You bringing some?
Oof. Yeah, stargazy pie. That'd be emotional. But the turkey is a big one, and then taters, mashed, roasted, dauphinoise, Duchess, Hasselback, any kind of way, any potato there is. Like I'm there for it. I love potatoes, and I really like vegetables. Like honestly, you know, steamed, roasted, whatever, sautéed. I do definitely like meat taters, two veg kind of guy for sure. I think that's the British in me. That's a pretty classic meal there. But yeah, I'm not into the whole like casseroles on marshmallows with potatoes and onions on beans and just all the craziness that goes along with it.
Yeah. I'm hungry as shit now. Thanks. So that being said, what do you consider like the worst food you see? Like if you had to pick one to never see it again, Thanksgiving, what are you throwing out of the window?
It'd be a tough call between the green bean thing and the marshmallow potato thing. Like those two for me they make me disappointed in America.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yep.
Like I don't have much bad to say about America. I freaking love, to quote Greenie, I effing love America, but I don't know what the hell you're thinking putting marshmallows with potatoes. Like someone had way too much wacky backy on that hunting trip for turkeys that year that started. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, that's a bad one.
At that point, you might as well just eat pie. Like, why you even? You're putting brown sugar on it.
Yeah,
marshmallows, dog shit, terrible.
Awful.
Yeah, I might if I threw one out. It's a casserole. I don't want to see and smell green bean casserole.
Mm-mm.
I'm all set. The other one smells good. Green bean casserole smells like my dog's nutsack. That's not good. It's not good. Because I know what that smells like. Yeah.
That kind of family, right?
Yeah.
You know what I really like is that I'll be making this year is the sausages wrapped in bacon, with a little bit of brown sugar on. I could eat those for breakfast, lunch, dinner, supper. Like I could eat them for the rest of my life and be absolutely fine with it.
That sounds amazing. Anything wrapped in bacon, I'd probably smash. I'd probably eat green bean casserole if that bitch was wrapped in bacon. Is that your favorite side dish, or what's your favorite side?
Is that even part of Thanksgiving? That's like something we
That's
do
like
at
a football game. That's like I'd eat that during the football game.
Yeah, that makes sense. But
like for dinner side, what's your go-to with sit next to your turkey? What's your number one sidekick?
I think a really good mashed potato and gravy. That's like hits you in the heart. Like I can feel the joy in my chest thinking about that on Thursday right now.
Yep. You guys hosting?
Kind of. We're going in the day for the main meal. We're going to her father's house in the next town over, and then that night we're having a bunch of people over, and I'm doing like a big charcuterie thing for people. I'm gonna make I'm gonna make a sweet onion jam and just some nice charcuterie stuff, some cheese. I got a bunch of cheeses, meats, olives, pâtés, crackers, all everything. Yeah, so that'll be fun. I'll have a few drinks and off Friday, so that'll be good. Are you guys gonna be cooking?
Yep, we're hosting again 2 years in a row now. It'll probably be that way because both of our parents are divorced. It's a hot mess. Mm-hmm. Come to us. We're not trying to go in 7 different directions. So
seriously.
It's easier for us, and we get to go to bed in our own home, which is nice. I agree with you on the side though. If it's a mean good mac and cheese, it could be really close. But mashed potatoes, gravy all day. If that gets effed up on Thanksgiving, somebody's getting slapped. I will beat the shit out of you.
Do you like when the mac and cheese is like baked?
Oh yeah, crock pot. I like crock pot mac and cheese. That's really good.
Like a thicker, like meatier, thick and
creamy. Yeah. Oh Jesus. Yeah, so good. Yeah. My favorite dessert? You got one?
Oof. I mean, I don't really like pumpkin pie. I don't really like pecan pie. Like I'm not into those kind of things. For me, it's
Stargazy again.
Pies are either meat and gravy. Yeah, like literally like meat
shepherd's
pies.
Pie.
Or like shepherd's pie is number one. If you want to talk about meal, like my mother's shepherd's pie, number one meal in the world ever, no doubt. And I was a chef, like that's still number one for me. But yeah, it's either that kind of stuff like meat savory pie or a very sweet fruit pie, like an apple pie or peach pie, or like none of this like weird in between savory and sweet, like pecan and pumpkin feel a little bit in between for me. I'm not into that.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm dissing all these American food tonight.
It depends how much Cool Whip I got with my pie. Like if the pie's cold, I could put down some pumpkin pie. If that bitch comes out cold and I put down about a pound of Cool Whip on that bitch,
Yeah.
I won't really taste the pie too much with all the Cool Whip on there, but so good. But yeah, a good apple pie, S tier. Warm it up, put slab of ice cream on it.
Hmm.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah, I think I was a pastry chef for a while, and I think I've made quite a few different desserts, and there's a lot to choose from. But there's nothing that like really stands out to me for Thanksgiving that I'm like,
Yeah,
that's the one kind of thing. I think
yeah,
it's a tricky holiday. Like the foods around it, it's probably the one kind of like set of foods. You know, like we talked about some of those sides and the pies and stuff. It's just not my thing. Like,
yeah.
but the turkey, the mash, the veg, that kind of stuff, all day. I could have that for dinner every single night. I just roasted a turkey at the weekend and did roast potatoes and vegetables and stuff with it. So all the time, I love that kind of stuff. Yeah. Do you guys play like games and stuff too? I know like different families have different traditions. Like some watch football, some play games, some get drunk, some beat the kids. Like there's just different traditions. I'm curious.
America!
Like
Yeah,
what's yours?
yeah, we just beat the kids. No, no, it's football. We watch because the Lions are the tradition, right? They play from noon to 3, so that's huge here in Michigan. That is, it's
Right.
like everybody watches that game. I feel like most people in the U.S. watch the game,
Yeah.
but
Big
I
deal.
know everybody watches the game here. It's a huge tradition for a lot of people to go down there for the game. I've never done that. That's a day trip almost. Um, you would get home like 5 p.m. and for me that's late for Thanksgiving. I'd want to be done eating by like 4 o'clock the latest. So start eating right after the football game.
Heck
And
yeah.
then it's just chilling, shooting the shit with the family, hoping they stick around after dinner a little bit later so we can just hang out, talk,
Yeah.
show old home videos, all that different shit. It's fun. What about you?
Yeah, that's what I want. I mean, we're gonna be doing that, the whole charcuterie thing. So there'll be people here. We got the kids, and it'll be the baby's first Thanksgiving, and she just started standing up the past week. She's like kind of falling on her butt straight away, but she's just standing up. So hopefully she'll maybe be taking a couple of steps at Christmas time, but she's at like that awkward phase of like one doesn't want to be a baby anymore, wants to get up and go and do stuff, but is still a baby. Like you still have to like hold her and watch her and stuff. So that's
Yeah.
tricky. But our older daughter, she's been helping a lot. She's been amazing with us. So that's been helpful. So it'll be a lot of that, and then when the kids go to bed, yeah, I don't know, maybe watch a movie or play a game or something. They'll be drinking most likely. I'm British, so
Yeah, that'll be happening too for sure.
hmm.
Then beat the kids after the drinking, right? That's usually in that
Yeah,
order. Follow
yeah.
suit.
I mean, it's more natural that way. It feels like so.
No kids were harmed in the making of this video. Yeah, that's I can't wait, man. I love the holiday seasons. I love Christmas music. I sing it year round.
Yeah,
Wife
it's the best.
drives my wife absolutely insane with it. So it's upon us. I'm excited.
When do you do Christmas decorations?
We got 6 trees up in my house as of like a week and a half ago.
Holy moly! Okay,
I don't
so
put them up. My wife put them up during the day while I'm working. We don't have our main tree up yet because it kind of takes up a decent amount of space in the living room. But
yeah.
my daughter's got a tree. My son's got a tree. My landing in the stairs got a tree. The playroom's got a tree.
Oh my god.
It's it feels like Christmas when I'm downstairs. Tell you that. It's a good feeling.
I think we only have one like tree.
That's
That's the
normal.
one that we have in the we'll probably set up in the main room somewhere. But we have like some, I don't know, like 2-3 foot like smaller trees in different places. But we get everything out. It'll be this weekend, like straight after Thanksgiving, because we like fall decorations, I guess. There's like turkeys and pumpkins and leaves and fall type stuff. So she has a box of that. I'll be taking that down, and I'll be up on the roof getting the lights up this weekend probably. So that'll be fun.
On the roof. You won't catch my fat ass up there ever.
Oh, I love it. Yeah,
I'm
leaning over the edge, doing all the things all across. It takes a while, but it looks pretty cool after. Yeah.
Cheat code, everybody. Cheat code. Listen up. So we bought a Grinch, like 4 or 5 foot tall dude. Not a blow up, but like a poster board, like a thick poster board, so it won't break in the wind. Staked that in the ground. We hung the lights about 10 feet on the gutter, and then put the strand in his hand, and made it look like he was stealing all the
when he's taking
lights.
them down. Yeah, that's awesome.
Made my life so much effing easier. It's not even funny.
It's a win-win.
Life hack, dude. It looks legit, and the lights are up, half-assed.
And I bet people love it.
Oh yeah, kids get a kick out of it. It's funny. Yeah, they're going up tomorrow probably. The wife's got the gun to my back already. It's why they're not up yet. So that'll be most of my neighborhood's got probably 25% of my neighborhood's got all the lights up. So
wow, okay.
Yeah, they don't F around here. Yep.
The problem here is the holidays don't feel as much as the holidays because it was like 82 today. Doesn't feel like Christmas is coming. I mean, I've been fishing on the beach on Christmas Day in t-shirt and shorts before. Like sometimes Christmas is actually warm, and it's hard for it to feel like Christmas. Coming from a place that is like where you're from, where it's snowy and icy and cold, and like it feels like Christmas. There's a log fire or a fire or whatever, and you're wrapped up, and it's just that sense of the holidays, I guess. It's not as present in Florida.
Being cold outside, seeing snow, actually going to a tree farm and cutting the tree from the earth is it's awesome stuff. It would be weird. I want to experience the hot Christmas. It would be so weird though. Like I would need the decorations and all that shit really early to get me in the mood.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just doesn't feel like it. If I'm not seeing Christmas decorations and hearing the music and seeing the stuff, it's just another day in Florida or another day in Texas, right?
Like, and it is like that. The difference is with what you're saying. So if you decorate the inside of your house and really make it feel like Christmas, it does. Like we have a lot of decorations that does, but the atmosphere of the world doesn't feel like Christmas, like leading up to it or anything. Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Macy's Day Parade this week, and a few drinks, eating, family time, all the standard stuff. I think it'll be a good time for us.
Oh yeah, dude. Awesome. So we're gonna jump back into the regular scheduled programming and go through spicy topics from last week because y'all mother effers knocked that shit out of the park because there was tons of comments. Appreciate you guys, man. Keep dropping the spicy topics. Keep making them spicier. I don't think we've ever turned one away for being too spicy. I know your name's attached to it, so you don't want to like kick somebody in the nuts. I get it, but we're here for it. We're here to talk about it. So, keep it up. I'll let you run with it.
Okay. So we'll just go.
Top down.
Order of ones we've pulled, basically. So Johto Jake, shout out Jake. He said Java looks more like the illustration of Oak in the intro than Oak does. Which when you're like, someone says something funny in a text and you text them back, message them back, LOL. I actually LOL'd, like I laughed out loud. I mean, that was a funny one. It's not spicy, obviously. It was hilarious. But then I went and I looked at it and I was like, it really does. I was dying. And I was like so sick and my throat was killing. I was like laughing and oh my god, it was funny. So thanks for that, Joe Jake.
That is hilarious.
I think
the things you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the same thing you did. Is right after he said, I saw that comment, I went and looked at the intro. I'm like, God damn, that's messed up. He pegged that thing bullseye.
No, hopefully Java's not bothered by it because it doesn't look bad or anything. It
No.
just looks more like Java. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny.
Yep. That was pretty funny. That was good. I guess mine looks like me then. That's good. I think I look like 100 pounds lighter, but
You look slim.
yeah. Damn, thanks, bro. No, I'm joking.
You look slim though. You've done well this past year.
Yeah. It's going. Up next, Pokey BB. He said arguments in the pokey space are a necessary evil. Evil. What's going on, Pokey BB? Thanks for the spicy comment. They are a necessary evil. Man. I mean, it's fun to listen to sometimes. Like if I'm like when I want to turn my brain off and listen to some arguments, like it goes kind of back to the original winner of Java's talking about debates and stuff. He said they're barely productive. He said here, PokeBB arguments that they're necessary evil. So, I mean, it's good for people to hash things out. I do see I wish they were more so one on one and not video here, video there, video here, video there. It'd be cool. Like it'd be insane to have a video with the guys from the Coffee Time podcast. Those guys, Dave.
With who?
Anybody, whoever's they're having issues with, whatever. I don't even know any of them. Just hash it out, dude. Like get out. Don't even. I guess don't. You don't even have to do a video. I don't know, but just
they were very passionate.
Out, and then they both make mutual posts on their Instagrams, tagging each other. Hey, me and old boy talked. We both MF'd each other up and down, and we came to an agreement. So that'd be interesting. That'd be something. That'd be cool. But I do enjoy some of the content. Like it's drama content. And that's why my wife watches the Kardashians. It's why I watch Pokemon YouTube sometimes. What about you?
Yeah, I agree for the most part, and I think I kind of spoke to that earlier with what you were saying. You know, with Jarvis' comment, on what I was kind of mentioning. Like you got to have someone's got to fight for their side sometimes for that to be heard, whether it's right or wrong. Like sometimes you got to hear both sides of stuff. I'm a big believer of that, and I challenge my team at work. I challenge them to do it with each other. Not necessarily go argue, but if you don't agree with something, like you need to build trust with each other that you can call each other out and you can like go to that person with, hey, I don't agree with that decision, or I don't agree with that idea, or what you're doing there, or hey, like you messed up this. Like you should be able to trust each other to go do that. I think it's a little bit of that. I think if we all just nodded and agreed, like, yep, that's okay, yep, that's good. I feel like sometimes there'd be bad stuff happening, and what would anyone do about it? If no one was arguing or speaking up on it. And I think that's why, I think of people like Rattle that has literally rattled people. Like he's got like things shaking, and people don't like it, but like he's had a lot of impact in the hobby with it.
Yeah.
So I just don't think there's any right or wrong way for it. But if it, for me, circling back to like the root of the question, I think it's a necessary evil if the intention is in the right place, like what it is that you're trying to achieve with it. If you're just being an a-hole, like there's no point. But if you have a reason or there's a goal behind it, you want people to know this grading company is this, or this seller is this, that kind of stuff. Like sometimes voices are got to be heard, and I think the other person should be able to defend themselves, and speak up and that them equals an argument, and we should hear it. It should be there. So yeah, good one.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Hell
mate.
yeah. Definitely. You're up. Technically.
You're up. Dagreenshiz. CGC grading these oddball cards is the best thing to happen in this hobby in a while. By oddball cards, are we talking Raichu? Just like the era type stuff that isn't regular set cards, because they have done a lot of that stuff lately, and I agree. I think it's one of the best things to happen in terms of the graded card hobby. Slabs. I think it's fantastic that someone is willing to do what others won't, kind of thing. I don't know if I have enough expertise to know if they should be. Like I know there's been a lot of people that know way more than I do about some of these cards and slabs and grading companies, and a lot of people have had a lot of stuff to say on it. But I think it's pretty cool. They're doing stuff that like no one else offers that service. PSA will say no to a card, and CGC will say yes, and just because it's in a slab with their name on doesn't really make it any different in my eyes. I think that one of the problems is where it does make it different in a lot of other people's eyes that really do care about the grade and the authentication part. And there's serious money on the line. I think that's where it gets a little bit tricky, but I'm just not in that realm. So I don't know. What's your thoughts? What was your goal with the comment?
Yeah, so when I think oddball cards, CGC grading these oddball cards, it's the Raichus, it's test prints, it's Disco Hollow base set test print cards. It's all this cool shit that I've never thought existed, to be honest. And like I was chasing this past weekend a Disco Hollow printed Zapdos. That is so freaking cool that it's like there's a few sheets out there known. There could be a bajillion. Who knows? But I doubt it. And the prices of the sheets, it was never going to be affordable for me. So I was like, I'll chase the Zapdos itself because one finally went for sale. There's only, I don't even know, 6, 7 graded. And of course, all by CGC because PSA won't touch it. I don't know. That stuff's really cool. The headlines, the media gets people talking. Obviously, the Raichu was huge. The Proto Stories last year or 2 years ago when that was graded made tons of freaking headlines, media. It's just cool shit. And it's not just turn and burn and grade and modern, sometimes grading an old first edition Charizard, whoop the F and do. Seeing this old stuff like Gamma Magic the Gathering cards and the early stuff is freaking awesome. I love seeing that shit. And that's what gets me going. Like like if I want to own Magic the Gathering now, it's Gamma cards. It's like the first, like it's the playtest cards. That shit wasn't ever encapsulated by any other grading company besides CGC. That is freaking awesome. Like that's a piece of history for me. I don't want beta anymore. I don't want alpha. Like I'd rather, if I'm gonna buy something, I'm gonna go with the first, and that's freaking awesome. There's some cool stuff out there. So yeah, that was kind of where I was going with it.
I think it's also it's interesting how vocal people have been against this stuff, where PK was talking about cards the other day in his live stream, and he said having no skin in the game probably 17 times, and he understood that like even though he has opinions and thoughts and he is saying all this stuff, like most people that are very vocal about CGC don't buy this card or this slab or whatever it is that they're talking about. Like they have most of the people that have been vocally speaking up against this stuff and passionate about it, they have no skin in the game. Like it really doesn't affect them in any way. I always find that super interesting. Like,
Yeah.
so like, was it to you? Like, go collect your thing. Like,
Yeah.
stop worrying. Like, if someone's willing to pay 50 grand for it in a slab, like, they're obviously willing to pay 50 grand for it in a slab. Like, let them do it. That makes them happy, whether it's real or not. Like, clearly they want it. They wouldn't spend 50 grand on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Just
Exactly.
much to do about nothing.
Some cool stuff, man. Cool stuff. Mr. Don Juan Julio. Man, this I don't know about this comment, but I put it on there just because we ain't no bitches here. He said Professor Oak is not sick. He uses that and as an excuse to bail. Don, thought you knew us better, dude.
No, I think I might have my first hater because I know when I clicked on his name, he'd only commented twice this year on our podcast, and both of them were against me. So I think maybe I'm famous now. I have a hater. But yeah, I have been sick a lot, and I'm not a bailer. I was literally had a fever so bad that I couldn't stop shaking. My body was like having like fever shake things. So there's just no way it was gonna happen. And I know you was sick and going through some stuff too. So yeah, it's been a wild one.
Yeah.
I'm hoping no more sickness this year because I'm really tired of it. It's been rough, and the kids have been sick a lot too.
Yeah, I got nothing for you there, Don. Not wrong.
Is what it is.
It's effing wrong. You ain't right, Don. And of course,
entitled to his opinion, entitled to try and get spicy.
yeah, nice. That was spicy.
Not mad at him.
Spicy.
So Hoff's Collectibles has been
Back to back comments, literally within I think minutes of each other.
Yeah, and what a difference between these, right? Hoff's Collectibles said, "Awesome to see Java fill in. Is Oak sick or traveling the world on his yacht again?"
How big is your boat?
Say again.
How big is your boat?
23 foot.
That's a yacht.
Not a yacht. Also, to see Java fill in, I think that's wonderful. I'm glad that people enjoyed it and were receptive and loved him as much as we do. So thanks again, Java. I'm glad all of you enjoyed that. I saw a lot of good comments about him actually.
Yep, definitely. No comment there. Java's a legend. You definitely were not on your yacht, unfortunately.
No.
Would have been jealous. Up next, Looney TNT Wow. Good comment. He said, just starting my Pokemon journey. Any tips on finding cards? God damn. Welcome to the hobby, brother.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a bumpy one. Buckle the F up. So, yeah, when I first got into it myself, Facebook groups, tons of them bitches. There are so many different ones. You could see people actively selling all the time. Very cool. Facebook Marketplace to find some other local things. If you're not on the eBay bandwagon yet, but that's the next one. Just eBay is the next easiest thing to get into besides Facebook groups because usually people already have the Facebook account and it's already set up and you can just join the groups. Whereas eBay is a little bit more to get into it. You got to have an account. You need to develop some feedback by buying things usually. Yeah, so eBay second to probably Facebook groups if you're just getting into it. But yeah, just keyword search some of the stuff you're looking for, man. Like set yourself some little goals and whether that's sealed or certain species or certain sets, set collecting, binder collecting. Don't just go in there, start pulling the trigger on tons of other shit. You actually like this because there is so much stuff out there. You definitely want to hone in on what you want to do. Whether maybe it's just video game collecting or video Pokemon video games or something.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of find your pocket. Unless you're rich as f, you want to find some type of pocket. What do you think?
I think for me it's just such an open question. Anytime tips on finding cards, there's just so my head is spiraling with all the options available. You know, you just mentioned quite a lot of them there. I think one nuance that people underestimate when buying cards is how much a part of that is the experience. So, like, my wife loves going shopping and spending money, and I think she would enjoy it whatever it is that she's buying. I don't think what she's buying actually really matters that much. It's the act of it, it's the experience, it's the buying, it's the hunting for the deal or whatever. Like, it's
Dopamine hit.
yeah, it's that like feeling. And I think a lot of people underestimate how much of their collection comes from that, not the actual card that they wanted to get.
Yeah.
There is eBay, like you say, where you can search for stuff. If you know specifically what you want, it's not great for just browsing. You have TCG Player where you can kind of poke around a little bit easier because there's some organization there, maybe discover some stuff, some sets, that kind of stuff. There is cardinalgaming.com. I mean, if you could buy packs, there's a tip on finding cards. Go buy some packs from Mason. You could go into old school Pokemon or Wheels Warehouse on eBay and watch them live on whatever they display. Hey, I like that card. I'm going to buy that one. You know, whatever pops up kind of thing. I think it's for me, it's like, what are the cards? Finding cards, there's thousands and thousands. There's a lot of options out there. So play around, excuse me, buy from different places, buy from different people, get a feel for like which experience you like the most and doing that, where you have the best customer service experience, you know, where do you get cards fast, where you get good quality cards, where do you get the kind of cards that you want easily or accessible or good price. Think about that side of it too. Don't segment yourself to like one specific place and just do that. It's fun exploring, get to know people, get to know different buyers and sellers, and like you said, Facebook groups, even maybe even a local person that sells cards. There's a lot out there. Just yeah, be curious, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say.
Hopefully, we've helped you find something.
Yeah, welcome in. I'm
Comment.
glad you're on the podcast. Hit subscribe, follow us along. We have conversations every week. Next one, Evans, E-Unit. He said Java and Mason should start a podcast together. Why the hell not? That'd be brilliant. That would be another one that I would have the bell notification set to. Absolutely.
Would we just retire at that point? Show's over.
They'd do something different. They would have so much more to talk about in different areas than us. It'd be fun. I'd love it.
It's different. Like I feel like they're obviously Mason's a game store owner, but Java definitely is way more of a seller, buyer and seller than both of us. We are more collectors and we also sell some things. So it would definitely be some different perspectives. Faux show. So highly 10 out of 10 do recommend. For sure. Good comment, E-Unit. Professor Birch, he said baby shiny Pokemon are boring. And just so for those of you that don't know what that is, there's these subsets in Shining Fates, Hidden Fates, and Paldean Fates where they make a baby shiny set. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of those at all. I don't know why they're called baby shinings. I don't know who made that term. Because you got a Suicune in there, you got some of these boss monsters that are baby shinies. So it's really weird. I like the whole shiny Pokemon thing, but I don't like when you mass produce sets with them. It almost feels like the the special days in the Pokemon Go game where you get like free shiny Pokemon of the certain Pokemon. Like, it's too easy. It's a cheat code. It's stupid. It shouldn't be that way for shiny Pokemon. It should be hard to get shiny Pokemon. And in that set, it's way less. So I like the hardness of getting shiny Pokemon. So I'm not a big fan of that set. And they've never made a Diglett or a Zapdos. So F those guys. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm having flashbacks of doing a Pokemon Go event and catching like 17 shiny Bulbasaurs or whatever. Like,
Dumb.
hang on 1 second.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think I agree. I think they're a little bit boring. I don't know if I have much to say about them. I don't know what the intention is behind them, but I think they just tried to give variation and stuff and try and do different things. And I was surprised to see that they're going to be doing a little bit more with that stuff. But yeah, not for me. I don't have a baby shiny binder that I'm chasing through, honestly.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to do like the full shiny Pokedex. It'd be pretty cool, like the first printings of each shiny Pokemon. That would be pretty expensive, probably, because all the old ones. But
yeah,
not the biggest fan.
Yeah, it looks like Max Potion. Max said the same thing. Shiny Pokemon are boring. Two very similar comments.
Real quick on that, Max Potion commented under Professor Birch's, and he kind of like summed it up. He's like, "No, all shiny Pokemon are trash."
Gotcha.
Just so it wasn't its own spicy comment. It was a subset, but it was spicy.
An edit. TLDR.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll jump into Mr. Walrus then. Our good friend. He's another rock star in the comments section there, and he said hot dog water is better than reaction videos. Jumping live at the slightest Poke news is a bag. I don't know if this is aimed at someone. I'm not sure who or what, but I feel like I'm missing something. The Poke news is throwing me off a little bit. I don't know. I don't know where I'm at with this one. I kind of like reaction videos in a sense, where it's like entertaining. I like when people have done reaction, like talking through what other people have said and done, and kind of like almost like walk through reaction of everything. But yeah, I mean, it's not the best thing in the world, I don't think. What about you? What's your thoughts? What's your take on that?
I've always thought of reaction videos as something completely different than somebody talking about the latest news. Somebody talking about the latest news is somebody talking. It's a news broadcaster. It's somebody just giving the news. I think reaction content is usually meant to be comedy of some sort. When I've done some reaction videos and there are two actual videos, like it's to the SM Pratt when he was dogging Golden. I did a reaction video to Andre Geek when he sold the set or when Andre Geek bought the set from Professor O'Callaghan. Like that type of reaction videos where me, a collector's reacting to these hobby type things. It's not news. Me reacting to the actual Logan Paul video showing that happen, like first time me seeing it happen, reacting to it, not kind of spewing news out of my mouth. So that type of reaction video I like a lot. I like what's his name? Penguin Moist Critical on YouTube. That's all the dude does. everything. Like he goes live and this chat is just spamming different things, different crazy news things and shit. And he goes down this rabbit hole and he live reacts basically. Like he's live reacting to this insane content. Like this dude just Florida man runs into the lake filled with alligators to get popsicle stand that his mother left him. Like stupid at like this is the reaction content. That's reaction content. Reaction like news stuff for me is it's just news. Like there's tons of channels that just harp on like we talk about news. We react to some news on this, but I don't consider that react content. I like actual react content, like even music video react videos. When new rappers and stuff drop videos, I like watching some of the react videos of some of the big channels. Like, how are they going to interpret this and stuff like that. I love that type of content. That's react videos for me.
I don't think I've ever even seen one of those. I'd be curious to though.
It's pretty big.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I think what would really help me with this comment is if I had a specific example given that I could reference.
So, no name dropping. Yeah, it's tough to vision, right?
Yeah, it's tricky.
Good comment though, man. I know I went off sideways a little bit there, but I think I got painted up.
Good.
I think people understand what I think reaction videos are now. Up next, Max Potion. He actually made this comment a post. It wasn't really a reply. So he said, I keep seeing videos of creators having their cards damaged by PSA, and it really scares me from wanting to send cards to them. So at the end of our last video, the 7 of you might have seen it. It was at it was like the last thing me and Java talked about. He had said that his cards got damaged. He had made a video about it, I believe, at one point. And Opossum Bud actually just made a video on this after this comment was made. Opossum has made a video on this subject 24 hours ago from the recording Tuesday night. So it's out. The word's out. Everyone's known it. PSA is damaging cards. They've paid some people back for the damaged cards. Not a good thing to be doing. Is it only Pokemon? Were we going to get a public statement? Did you do it to sports cards? Are some of those collectors just blind? Because I don't know. Because I feel like I haven't heard any of the sports guys complaining about it. So I'm feeling it's just Pokemon, and those people over there in New Jersey are dusted and don't know how to handle cards. I don't know. It's really interesting to see this happen and unfold. Most people don't give a shit. They're like, full send. PSA's my daddy. I'll do anything for daddy. I would be pissed if it happened. I haven't sent a PSA since I got fisted by them in February. They didn't damage my cards. I had Helen Keller grading my cards. It wasn't great. Yeah, it just that would piss me off. Don't damage my effing card. It's crazy.
Sorry, this cough.
You're good, man. I can't imagine CGC doing like if CGC did this, they'd be man. If CGC damaged somebody's cards like this consistently for 8 months, they would be in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean on their own island. They would be dusted.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I've seen so many people, mostly, our friends in this community that we're in, the people I'm subscribed to, making videos and posting in Discord, like, oh my god, PSA damaged all the corners, like the same corner on these cards, and Java's, he was one of them early on. I know he's talked about it recently, but I remember him talking about it quite a while ago too. There's definitely a few people that have had issues, and there's like almost like a confusion behind it, like, what happened? I didn't send them this way, but like, how do I prove that? But like, they're taking a long time to respond and just messy. So I'm glad it's coming more to light. I haven't sent to them since this started happening. But I think you might have hit a bit of a nail on the head there with you mentioned New Jersey. Is that it? Is it the new facility that a new person there was putting them in a certain way, and every time they were putting them in for the picture, they were damaging them the same way every time? Is it a piece of machinery? Is it the box they're being stored in? Like, there's something that there seems to be a correlation with a lot of them, just like you said, where it's non-sport, which makes me think it's something happened at that location, and that time-wise makes sense too, because that's kind of when that location started receiving and sending. So yeah, a lot to unpack with that one. Honestly, it scares me too. Well, I haven't sent to PSA literally because of that reason. I have a pile of stuff ready. Like, I could send it any time. I'm just adding to it until I do the next submission. But I don't feel comfortable or confident sending to them right now, knowing how many people that I've seen, how many cards got damaged. Like, I'm not in that much of a rush. So
Yeah, it would piss me off royally. Oh man, I've trashed a few companies on here when they mess up. CGC has been a not on this channel, my channel, sorry. And CGC definitely has got the brunt of some of it. Like, I remember they've felt the wrath a few times. When you mess up, you're gonna feel some heat, and I hope they're feeling it from a bunch of other people. Unfortunately, I haven't had to experience it myself. I'm not generally a news broadcasty guy on my own channel to go and trash them unless I'm experiencing things firsthand. But yikes, crazy.
yeah, no, I mean, it's nice to think like we want them to pay, for it, literally pay, financially. But like, some of the cars are being damaged. You can't just go source that again in the exact same condition or the exact same grade or centering or whatever. There's going to be some hurt coming from this from a lot of people. It really sucks. It's a really sucky thing that's happened.
Yeah. If I sent my only childhood card there, if they damage my shit, I'm gonna beat that ass. I'm pulling up to New Jersey. I'm gonna grab Snooki by the hair and I'm gonna slap the shit out of her.
How do you fix that though? Like, even if they gave you 10% above market, or if they gave you a free hat or whatever, like, you just cannot fix that situation. And I'm sure there are people that have sent that.
They're collectibles, yeah.
The stuff that
it's not just
they don't care what the grade or
flippity-dippity.
whatever it is. Yeah. It's got that association, emotional association to it.
Like Echo-based collectibles, it was a completely different time. He had sent in his gold stars to PSA, and they damaged his gold stars. Like, they were like, I think 9-10 quality cards, and they came back like 4s and 5s or something. Completely different issue there, but still, they damaged his collectibles. Like,
unreal
cards he didn't want to sell, I don't think. So that's insane. Like, crazy. Couldn't imagine. Do better. That's all we ask.
Yeah, Max, let's wait and let's do a pulse check and see what people's submissions are coming back at. Learn from if there's any changes happened. Yeah, like, I would hold on for a little bit if I were you. True Blue Collectibles, my good friend Nathan. He said 151 will outlast the rest of the Scarlet and Violet era as far as the popularity. Really is a special set. I mean, we've talked about it a lot. It really is good. It's hard to think something could beat that within Scarlet and Violet, but 151 did. Like, that crushed a lot of stuff. So I think I'm optimistic. I'm not really a glasses half full or half empty kind of guy. I think I'm more kind of like view it as a chance to quench my thirst, and I think I've said that a couple of times in videos and stuff. But I have no doubt there's going to be some fantastic sets in the rest of this era. But 151's going to be in the top for sure. It's a killer set.
Yep. 100% totally agree. True Blue. I wish it was booster boxes. So, but yeah, it's gonna be a rager for a while. It's gonna get expensive. I feel it's gonna be the same as what are they 25th anniversary boxes? Like those UPCs are nutty.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think these UPCs are gonna be that nutty because it doesn't have the Charizard Pikachu, but they're gonna be expensive because the packs inside are gonna end up being expensive. So it's gonna be a 6 set. I'm still looking for my binder.
Yep. I love it. I think it's a great set. I need to go through what gaps I have. I still haven't got organized with that, and maybe I'll try and do that this week while we're off for a few days.
Yeah, we need to do that live stream still. Our trade might be.
Yeah, I don't have too much to trade that like you would probably want, but maybe I could trade you like other stuff. I don't know.
I just need reverses and hollows from that set. That's all I need. I'll trade you mine.
I'll pull them all out. I'll see what I've got.
Hell yeah. You read that one. So this one is Stiav 003. If you're gonna break packs, you should make an effort to learn the proper pronunciations. Yikes. I wish you dropped a name. That'd have been hilarious. It is hilarious when you see these pack breakers. Oh, there's a Lapras. Oh, there's like all these different names. Suiacine and what old school Pokemon called Entei Etni at one point.
Entei, yeah.
He has changed, I believe. I think. Like some of that shit is hilarious though. At the same time, we're laughing at them, laughing at the people that mess it up. It is good, but yeah, if I was ripping a new set, I'd have to read the book a little bit. I'd want to be somewhat prepared for the whatever the F Maridon, Coridon, like there's easily can mispronounce it. I'll go watch a Leonhardt and a Pokerev video and I'll get learnt real quick. Assuming he's not talking about those guys. I feel like they did a pretty good job, but could be wrong. Yeah. What do you think?
I've seen just so many people doing it. Just so many, and there's so many Pokemon. I mean, we're talking 1,000 Pokemon now. Like, that's a lot of names to remember exactly. I'd say it right. So I tried to give them some grace with it, especially when it's a new era, a new generation out of Scarlet and Violet right now. But I see it on people misquoting like second gen Pokemon names and stuff. I'm like, why do you have a YouTube channel? Like you literally about Pokemon, like you don't know Pokemon. Like if you don't know how to pronounce Pokemon from the second freaking gen, you probably don't know Pokemon really. Like, and yes, I get it, like being in there and should give them some grace and having some enjoyment and they're just trying to have fun with it or whatever, but don't try and be an authority on something that you know nothing about. Like that, it is a little bit annoying. On that
old school, you just couldn't say Entei. Calm down on old
school.
That
was like, I mean, there was another one he said too that he was joking about. I forget what it was, but remembering the name, how you remembered it when you were a kid and continue to say it is different to not knowing the Pokemon. Because that's where I think I've noticed it. People literally like looking and being like at the cards, what is this Pokemon, and trying to say it. Yeah, crazy to me. And I don't think Steve's alone, but I think we're all just way more like lax with it, because it's just so common now. I think it feels like pretty common that people mess up because there's just so many new people in the hobby. It's kind of is what it is.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah.
Good Pool comment. Father. Sorry, did you have something?
No.
You good? Pool Father. He said, "Is the hobby in a civil war?" Yes, a little bit. What do you think?
What was this? Who was in the Civil War? I don't even have to remember.
The Cabal.
No, I mean like the actual Civil War.
I give you a clue. It was some of them bloody Brits.
No, there's an American Civil War. There's probably civil wars in each country, probably.
Oh, for sure. But the American Civil
It
War
was
was
the United States and the Confederate States of America. That was the Civil War.
built by the British.
I'd say the Civil War. That's a little heavy. Calling it a Civil War. I'd say it's closer to patty cake. No.
What's patty cake?
Patty cake, bakers, man. That one. Yeah, I don't know. It's. I've mentioned it last week. It's sad to see it happening. It's all these pillars in the hobby just taking shots at each other, basically. Seeing little to no proof of different things, just a lot of talking. It's not a good feeling to see mom and dad fighting. There's some battle going on. Might be the Battle of 1812 or what, I don't even know. Some bullshit battle. It might not. I don't know if it's a war though. I don't know what would constitute a war. A war for me would be Rusty, TCA Gaming, and Gem Mint Pokemon getting into a fist fight at Collecticon because Steve Aoki didn't give him a shout out. That if those two ever started fighting, I'm probably getting out of the hobby or something like that. Like that's more of a war for me. This is definitely a battle, and it's taking a toll.
I think what is more indicative towards it feeling a little bit like what Paul Father's saying is how many troops aligned on each side of these things that you and I probably don't think is really that big. You know, like he's saying, it's nothing that extreme, just people arguing or whatever. But there's been a lot of really passionate comments from people that I've seen, some pretty heavy camaraderie, I guess. I don't know, like on each side. I don't know what the right word would be for it. It makes it feel a little bit more like the raw divisions, you know, between it. I don't know.
The British are coming. The British are coming. Yeah, exactly.
Bloody Brits. Yeah. Always invading places and like coming over here, taking our jobs. Bloody foreigners. Yeah.
Yeah, good comment.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of is what it is. I'd like for us to stay focused on the hobby and the community, because I think that's what's changed a lot for me the past 2-3 years. Is it's not just about the hobby anymore. The cards aren't just about the hobby isn't just about the cards anymore, should I say. It's this, right? It's podcasts, it's us interacting at Collecticon, it's people doing reaction videos, it's the Discord conversations, it's the DMs. There's just so much more to it, and I don't want anything to jeopardize all the positive that's come from all of that. Like, there is a lot of positive that's come from the social aspect, and I think there is a little bit of breaking down on that in some way. I don't really know the best way to describe it, but we've got to be careful to maintain the positive light on what we have. Not to get too soppy there, but yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Up next is Quilly Sucks 6 in.
Sweet Coon, right?
I just said his name is Suck 6 in. I mean, that's dope. That's dope. Sounds like a legend. Um, the fundamental. That's what it's SU6IN. I mean, how are you gonna pronounce that? I feel like I did. I nailed the bitch on the head.
6N. Yeah, clearly.
6 is a lot. That's a lot. The fundamental reason that adults overpay for live stream pack openings is a desire for community. The average Pokemon fan or collector feels relatively alone in their hobby IRL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely not the average Pokemon fan collector then.
No, I'm not. I do agree in a sense. Like most people are watching Leonhardt and Pokerev and all these guys are the average Pokemon consumer is watching these channels. Because I would say because they get the most views, and that's just what people are consuming is pack opening and getting your name read on a channel, and then you got the whatnots and the drips and whatever else I don't even know, all of this stuff, and it is the guys reading your name off every day, and oh hey, Jimmy's back in the chat, what's going on, Jimmy? Oh my god, Jimmy bought all this stuff, Jimmy won an Xbox, holy cow, Jimmy's the legend. Like, build a name for yourself. Like, oh, yep. Jimmy's in this chat, what's going on, Jimmy? How you doing, man? What are you buying today? Like, yeah, I do get that. Like, I even had friends that saw me what I was doing in this hobby. They got into this hobby and they went to Whatnot, and they were buying from live streams and stuff like that. And I'm like, where did I steer you wrong? What if I'm a bad friend? What are we doing? Yeah, it's weird. There is a sense of community you can get from doing stuff like that, and yeah, it's strange. It's a weird world we live in.
Yeah, I've definitely done it. Like, I've bought from live stream packs and openings. I still actively do it. I just did it with Mason 2 weeks ago. Like, I definitely didn't overpay. Like, it was bargain, honestly, what he did. The overpaying part is tricky because that's probably, like you were saying, like some of the bigger people doing bigger boxes and stuff, you know, and that is almost like a marketing. Like, I think of people that, like, Dan paid extra for a first edition pack or something for a live stream at a Collecticon or something, right? What was it? It was so long ago now.
Yeah, I don't know.
But like, there's reasons why you would do that. Like, there's marketing. Literally, like, say to get your name out. Like, someone's not going to say your name when there's like they've got 1 million fans, 1 million viewers. But if you pay for it, yeah, bingo. I mean, it's smart, really. I'm sure it's smart marketing.
Would you still buy from Mason's live stream if it was Jimmy from Midnight's doing it and Mason's nowhere near?
Is that like a made up person?
Or yeah, like one of his employees.
Yeah, I think I would.
Think so?
Knowing that I'd be supporting Mason, that would be the selling factor for me, that I'm still supporting his business and he's my friend. Yeah, I think so. Would you?
I feel like a lot of people would.
Yeah.
And it's that sense of community. Like, it's Mason's YouTube channel, and if he had Tom, Dick, or Harry doing the live streams, it would be like, okay, I guess here's some money, you got a decent price, let's dance. And more so, I feel like more people buy into this stuff when it is the guy. Like, it's the guy running the community, running his community. Obviously, I feel like your relationship with him is different, similar with mine, and it's supporting the homie, right? Like, we're love seeing this dude succeed, and it's awesome.
Not an average consumer, like you're saying, yeah.
It's not tainted, but it's not normal. Yeah. No, I was just curious how you would, because I feel like it would complete, like it would damage sales. I feel like if Mason were to be like, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to let even his co-owner Zach do it. It'd probably be hilarious, but you haven't got to meet him, I don't think yet. He's awesome.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
You get to see their commercial at least. Is that?
Oh my god, I was dying. It was so funny.
That's Zach's dry
That was
humor.
really funny.
I was dying. That was good. Shout out to Cardinal Gaming's commercial they posted on YouTube. That was good.
Yeah, it is interesting, and I'm thinking too about I did a box break on my YouTube, and it was expensive, and I sold out. I sold every pack, but I did it at cost. Like I think I worked out without charging people like 25, 50 cents or whatever. Like I just got it to the closest dollar I could to make it cost. I think I made like $11 or something. Like I was like literally made nothing, but I just wanted to do it for the fun and experience for us all. And if anyone had never opened this set before, we could open it, kind of thing. And I feel like I probably could have tried to make money from it, but I don't know how much or like why. Like,
Yeah.
Just not my intention. But if I was, yeah, I don't know. It's just such a weird subject for me. The idea of the buying or the selling on that end, because I just don't think there's any like right or wrong. Like if someone's selling it and someone's buying it, I mean, everyone wins.
Yeah. Yep.
I just don't know how. Like, it's just too much of a gray area. I don't know if my opinion would be strong enough either way. Probably a boring answer, but sorry. Doodles in the membrane. When looking at current sets, Pokemon cards have never been more fun to open and collect. That's too close to my hot take. So
yeah,
I don't want to give any bias. I don't want to give any fuel to that fire.
Yeah, I'll just say something where I don't know if it's related to your topic, but my think on this is price. The entry point for me is huge. To be able to actually rip this now, Vivid Voltage when that dropped, $200 a box instantly, and then it came down to earth a little bit. But I can go get boxes for $70-$75 right now for some of this shit. Like that's doable. Like we're talking. Like this is something that can be done. $150 a box. I don't know who these people are. That's absurd. But yeah, I'm a big fan of some of the prices. Being able to rip this, some of the cards look freaking awesome. So yeah, no, I look forward to hopefully you win the next spicy topic. We can divulge into your answer on that a little bit. That'd be cool.
We'll see.
I don't know if you got anything, but let me know.
Yeah, it's interesting what you were saying there too with like price and affordability. It definitely is for the current sets. I'm thinking back to buying team up blisters with the Pikachu promo on the front, and they were like $10, $11 and stuff, like on eBay, you know, and they're not that cheap anymore, I don't think. So it's definitely current stuff, but then there are some sets that are still pretty cheap, even from like Sun Shield. So I think it isn't price for me that is so great right now. It's availability. I feel like I can get my hands on anything that I want. Like everything that I would want to buy, someone has it for sale. And there was a point in the hobby where I couldn't find things that I wanted to buy.
Yeah.
Because they were selling. Like no one had inventory of the things that I wanted to get. And right now, I feel like the world's my oyster. So that's good. I think with it, I'm trying to avoid my spicy topic as much as possible, but still answer it, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think you did a good job. Solid. Anything else? Good. Till next week, people. All right. Your average player, UAP, said people selling full time in the hobby definitely have too much trust in third party card handlers, post office, PSA, etc. I don't know. Is it that bad in Europe? Is a post that bad? I would be it would suck ass to have to ship cards overseas here to get graded and have them go back. That would blow massive ding dongs. Would not be a fan. Here, the USPS, man, they get slower now in November, December for the holidays. The rest of the year, they're cooking with oil. They're burning, turning, meeting delivery dates. It's I don't know. I've never had a lost package in my sales history on eBay or Facebook, anything. I've had a package get lost, delayed for 30 days once. They found it somehow. Had a $5,000 card in it. Blessed. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like besides the comment earlier where PSA is damaging your shit, obviously that's rough. But I feel like post office, they do a pretty damn good job. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, you touched on a couple of things there. Honestly, I just a week or two ago, I just had my first ever slab damaged by the post office. Yeah, by USPS. I've sold hundreds of things, and that's the first one. And I think I've lost one package. I think two going, and this is sales I'm talking about here, not purchases. Very, very good luck. I've sent much less amount of things to England to friends and family for birthdays, Christmases, and stuff, and they have never even showed up, no matter even being damaged. Things go missing a lot for some reason in the post office system over there, and get delayed. I got a Christmas card from my best friend in England. I just got it in August. That he sent it last November.
Well,
so yeah, I don't know. It's just a joke. Like, they just mess stuff up and things get lost and whatever. Not great over there. Here, yeah, USPS have been fantastic. FedEx, UPS, they've been great. I mean, slight gripes or whatever, but people have no idea how good USPS is. Honestly, like, people moan about it all the time, and I do hear a lot of negative talk, but they are really good, and for the volume that they do, unreal logistics, like absolutely unreal, like so accurate. Like, I get a picture every morning of what my mail's going to be in my mailbox that day.
Yep.
Like, are you freaking kidding me? That's next level. Like, we're living in the future. It's insane. So I love it. Yeah, I think it's great. To the actual question though, to the comment, I do think people have a lot of trust in them, and I don't think there's any way that they can't, like, realistically, to be a full-time hobby person, seller, store owner, whatever. I just don't think you can avoid it. I think it's just a blind trust that you have to have, and just do your best with it. People like, James and Dan getting insurance, I think that's smart. Obviously, it covers a lot of things. I don't know if it would cover the PSA damage. Probably not, because I would think that you'd probably claim that on PSA's insurance or something. I don't know. But just being smart with it, I guess, intelligent, not taking risks you shouldn't take, especially with some of the nicer stuff. Yeah, my throat's starting to go.
Yeah. Yeah, so we can wrap it up. Appreciate you guys. Y'all are some legends. Awesome. Keep up all the awesome comments, all the spicy comments. Been pretty freaking awesome. We thoroughly do enjoy going through these. Very cool stuff. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, I pushed through, but I'm at the point where it's hurting so much right now. It's really hurting to talk. But yeah, that was great. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed getting to talk with you. I hope, like we said at the beginning, I hope everyone has a really, and you, Josh, I hope you and everyone has a really wonderful Thanksgiving. Take some time, switch off from the hobby, think about your friends, your family, your food, your drink. Just enjoy life. Remember what's important, and be thankful for it. I'm thankful for you guys. We both are. Yeah, it's been an amazing year. Experience this podcast with you all. So thanks.
Oh yeah, nice words. Talk to you soon, man. Have a good one.
See you guys.
Peace.